Here is the outfit of the day. It's a Friday. Happy Friday. I have to take out the garbage and the recycle. I follow this comedian, Abby Govindan, on Instagram, and she is having shows in New York today. I think there's one tomorrow and Sunday, and I got tickets for tonight. So we're gonna go see her. It's at the Soho Playhouse, which is an event venue here. I also got distilled water, and my steamer still didn't work, so I do need a steamer. So yeah, let's go. We're going to Cafe Lyria. It's like a 16-minute walk. It's so windy. I should have brought a scarf. Okay, we're gonna pick up a scarf when we go back home to drop off my laptop. I literally had to take half my jacket off because it's so hot. I just got back home. I was working. I actually was trying to find a cafe to work from, but like every place that I went to, fully booked. Cafe Lyria. It's a Greek-inspired cafe. It's really aesthetic on the inside, but fully packed. Like if you want to come there just to hang out with a friend, meet up, like you could do that. But if you want to go sit down with a laptop, you're probably not going to find a spot. Then I went to Whole Foods because I needed almond milk. Usually Whole Foods has sitting areas, and this one was on the upper level, and they do usually say that you can only stay for 90 minutes and only if you buy something, but like nobody's checking anyways. I was there for like 2 hours. It's a nice view, and it's technically not free. It's like if you bought something, then you can sit there for free. The weather is kind of cold. I do have my thick scarf. I finished the workday, so now I can just, go hang around. I also went to Marshall's. I never realized that I was passing by Marshall's like a 5-minute walk from here. And so I got a steamer. New steamer, because my other steamer just stopped working. I do have distilled water, so we're gonna see if this works. If it doesn't, then I will return it. And also I got some cleaning brushes just for the bathroom and the kitchen. This is my, literally one of my favorite shirts. I wear it, like if it's washed, I will be wearing it. Also, this is connected. Like I don't have a shirt on underneath. This is like a connected thing. If you want to go with me tomorrow, there's tickets and stuff, galleries, because I also don't want to get going. So I was looking up things. I need to charge my phone, and then we're gonna head out. We are gonna go to this French luxury department store that recently opened up. It's in the financial district. Look at the map. Like it's all the way in the south area. Why is it by the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street? I have no reason to go to the financial district, so I never do. And last time I went, it was because inside one of the banks over there, they had converted it into a coffee shop. I think it's called the Conwell Hall or something. And I had seen it on Instagram. A lot of people around this time, because it's 5:30 on a Friday, might be taking the train from like the financial area up to where they live. So those trains might be packed, but the trains going down to the financial district, they might not be as busy actually. I think. This French luxury department store, it's 55,000 square feet. It is literally, the interior is so gorgeous. Like look at that. Every place in the store, like every section of the store is very uniquely designed. There's so much to do that it's hard to figure out your schedule, because you want to get tickets for one thing, but then it takes like 30 minutes to commute there. Get the tickets, go in. You only have like 20 minutes to see the place before it closes down or before your next event. Let's go have an orange. why do museums and like some art galleries close so early? Because it's like people want to go after work. Well, I guess people go on the weekends then. One thing I noticed is when you're walking, you see like the typical New York style apartments. The fire escape on the outside. I'm thinking of like the place that I'm staying in now. Every time I come home, it's always so late. And every time I leave the house, I'm always so excited to leave that I never like looked up at the building to see what it looks like. But when I'm walking, I look at all the architecture of the other buildings, but I never actually looked at what this building that I'm in looks like, now that I think about it, because I'm always focused on like the front door and getting my keys out and like entering the building. I should look up more often. I will look up to see what my building actually looks like when I leave this time. I'm curious. I do wonder what it's like to live though in one of the apartment buildings that's like, because I'm on the 4th floor, I'm pretty close to the ground, for a much higher building and one that has a view of what's happening on the road, because I'm kind of in the back, so like I can't see the road directly, I can just see the back of other apartments. We're gonna get vitamin C today. I never did make the hearts of palm pasta yet. Or the rice, so I might make that when I come home. Also, I always like heard, especially in like New York apartments and stuff, people complaining that like the walls were really thin in their apartments when they live in a city. But like I feel these walls are so thick because I barely ever hear my neighbors unless someone is like shouting in the lobby, which nobody ever does. The soundproofing is really good in this building. One more orange to at least see how much my phone has charged. Ooh, I got baby carrots. Maybe I should have some of those too. Yay. I got all my vitamin C. I kind of want to make the couscous though. This, because I have a little bit of time, because then I don't have to come back home. Well, that's interesting. This is made of hearts of palm, which is a vegetable, garlic, mushrooms, some salt, pepper, freshly cracked, and then pink salt, which tastes so much better than regular salt, I think. And then the freshly cracked black pepper, some pasta sauce. I also have hearts of palm noodle, which I haven't made yet. This is the taste test. Okay, it's almost 6. I'd put a bit more salt in this. Pretty good for something that's not real rice. Okay. I don't think I can finish all this right now because we need to leave or we're not going to be able to see the department store because it's going to close soon. I'm all ready. Let's go. I'm done dinner and it feels nice to, be finish dinner, eat at home instead of like worrying about what you're going to eat for dinner because you're hungry. Let's go. We have 15 minutes to see inside, so we're gonna run. So the Fashion Institute of Technology actually has an open museum that's open to the public until 8 p.m. today. So we're gonna go there instead. Take the train all the way uptown. Not all the way, kind of like midtown. Okay, we are in the Fashion Institute Museum. are in me everywhere. And I finally found it at Happier Grocery. It's like plant-based ramen. Oh my gosh, which flavor should I get? Black garlic chicken, tom yum shrimp. Okay, they're almost $8 a piece, so maybe not. I'll get something else. Oh my god, I've been looking for these everywhere. These are the noodles that I had literally every single day at home, and I couldn't find them anywhere here. Finally found them. We're gonna get lunch. We're gonna get the whole stock. Let me get silken tofu so I can make the same silken tofu and tamari sauce that I make at home. I'm so excited I found these. I was never much of like a non-alcoholic drinks person, but like look at how nicely packaged the different like non-alcoholic spritzers and mocktails I guess are. They're in the cooler section like with the alcohol. They don't contain sugar in them either, because the ones I checked at least don't. So I'm really excited to try these. And it makes you kind of feel like you're part of the drinking culture here. Where's the silken tofu? Do I need silken tofu? I have garlic. Either I put like garlic olive oil, silken tofu light sauce that I make at home with black pepper, or peanut butter tamari. Look at this cacao syrup. Cacao paste, vanilla extract, and water. Let's get monk fruit sweetener because I've been trying to make my lattes at home now and I don't have any sugar. So many different brands that I've never seen here before. These are amazing, unreal. They don't have agave, but they do have some really cool things. Like, what is this? Sparkle syrup. It's literally maple syrup with sparkles in it. Gastro syrup, spicy maple. They also have this organic agave. This is completely unsweetened, but it's a very strong berry flavor. They use it in their strawberry matcha, and it's it's house made. It's just strawberry powder, water, and vanilla. And then they have all of these different spices. Oh, here is the miso. Should I get miso? Red curry paste. This is Aplo's brand, chili margarita. Okay, it says a sparkling non-alcoholic cocktail crafted with mandarin, Persian lime, orange habanero, and sea salt. Let's walk. We're now gonna walk to the comedy show. This woke me right up, and finding my favorite noodles. I'm so excited to cook them and to try the strawberry syrup. I don't think I can bring outside food and drink into the venue though, so I need to finish this. We're seated. We're gonna wait for the show to start. It's gonna start in like 5 minutes, and I'm all alone. It's gonna be really fun, and it's open seating, so I'm in like the second row because I didn't want to be in the very first row because comedians sometimes pick on the people in the first row, and I did not want to be picked on for this.
I think the running joke is like it's impossible not to stand up. So I
thought I was nominated for 2 Golden Globes and just forgot to bring it up at the dinner table.
Next stop, 6th Avenue and Prince Street. This stop is 6th Avenue and Prince Street.
So I came back from the Abby Govindan show. She's hilarious. It's so nice to see more South Asian women in careers like comedy. I didn't get to go to the French luxury designer store place that I was talking about earlier, the department store also closed earlier than what they said online because it was their grand opening today. That's one thing about New York, is like sometimes the hours online don't reflect the actual hours of the day. Sometimes they'll have a specific event and they'll close the place down and you won't know unless they have social media or you like check something. I checked their social media. I didn't see anything. I did go to Happier Grocery before I went to the venue for the Soho Playhouse, and like they didn't check that I had extra bags or outside food or drink. So I bought out all the noodles they had for Lviva. They had like 6 or 7 packs and I bought all of them because like this brand, I have been eating it every single day back home. And when I got here, I could not find shirataki, dried shirataki noodles specifically. Regular shirataki noodles, they have this really fishy smell and a really weird chewy, gooey, chewy texture. I don't even know how to describe it. This is my favorite macro-friendly noodles. I would say like you can have the entire pack in one meal, and it makes a lot, and that would be 75 calories and 18 grams of carbs in the whole pack. So it's very macro-friendly, and if you add like other things into it, like protein, a lot of veggies, I love to add mushrooms. They also make rice. If you've watched my previous vlogs up until now, I have been eating out a lot, and it's great because I got to try so many vegan options here, but like I tried more than 50%, probably like close to 80% of the vegan restaurants that were on my list, and it's only been like more than a week, a little more than a week since I've been here. And it's nice to find different like grocery items and try them out instead of just eating out all the time. The other thing, so I was showing in the grocery store, and I asked the person working there that this, okay, if you see this, right, Happier Grocery makes their own version of like some grocery items like this, which is a strawberry vanilla syrup. It's just made of strawberry powder, water, and vanilla extract. And I asked her and she said they use it in their strawberry matcha and their strawberry drinks. And it's very unsweet but has a very strong berry flavor because the strawberry powder is like literally just strawberry powder. Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. If you're in the area, do it yourself. Oh, you know, they should make this with Earl Grey tea. Syrups are where it's at. I also found this bar. I've never seen this brand. So Happier Grocery has a lot of really cool, colorful, and tasty and like unique brands that I've never seen before. Like this is called Romantic. Oh, it's a take on Romantic. And it's a protein chocolate bar. I'm guessing it's made of like dates and all that stuff. I love when protein bars are like hard to the touch. I don't like a very soft bar. I like one that's very chewy so that it takes you time to eat it. Because then when it's chewy and you put it in the freezer, it becomes even chewier. Almonds, pecans, sunflower seeds, dairy-free chocolate, cacao nibs, puffed quinoa, puffed millet, buckwheat, cacao butter. You can see the whole list. You probably can't read it anyways. This one is for bitter, for worse. Like for better or for worse, but it's called for bitter, for worse. Wow, that's really interesting, and that tastes good. I can taste something. Either it's the bitter orange peel or it's like the beet juice. But the flavors are working really well together. This is rhubarb, citrus, sunshine on bare shoulders. That's the way they've described the drink. The name of the drink is called Eva's Spritz. Happier is more of a gourmet grocery store because there are brands that you won't find in other places, and also like gourmet as in they make their own items as well. Like they make, you know, the strawberry syrup. They're very expensive. My bill was almost $60 US for this, the few things I showed you, the drink I had before, and like 6 boxes of noodles. That's not sustainable, but you know what? A one-time thing. I never realized how expensive it would be just trying to buy food here, just trying to go to events. You know, even just you want to step out of the house, you have to take the subway because something that could be a 20-25 minute subway ride might take you 2 hours to walk. But you still like need to tap your card every single time you ride the subway. It does max out after a certain number of times. I think after like $34 or something in the week, you won't pay more than that per week if you keep tapping the same card. Even if you work remote, there are times when you're gonna wanna work from like somewhere other than your apartment. And I realized this working remotely from here, there are not a lot of places to do that. Because every time I wanna go to cafes in the middle of the day, they're packed or they're so tiny that like you can't take meetings from there, or they have music playing on the loudspeaker. And if you want to go to a WeWork or any kind of office space that you want to book for an 8-hour workday to work remotely from, you're going to be paying a very high price for any kind of office space as well. You can't always have these conversations in public places because some things are confidential. Sitting in a public area, even connecting to public Wi-Fi. I mean, I have a Wi-Fi unlimited hotspot that I use, so I don't usually connect to public networks. You do usually want to sit in a place that's like not super crowded and where everyone's not overhearing your conversations, because you also just can't concentrate, you know? I went to the New York Public Library and every single floor was so quiet. I could not find a single place to take a meeting from. And so I had to sit in the staircase to take the meeting. And later the security guard told me, he's like, you're not actually allowed to sit in the staircase next time. So then I was like, okay, so what about like hotel lobbies? Because I heard that you can go into any hotel lobby, like a lot of them are just open to the public to go and sit from. So I went into, I forget the name of the hotel. I asked the front desk if anybody is allowed to sit in the lobby area. They said sure. And then I'm sitting there and I take out my laptop and somebody approaches me and they're like, oh, you're not allowed to have laptops here after like 5 or 6 p.m. unless you are staying here. After like 10 p.m., I don't know any place that's open. I've come to the conclusion that to live here comfortably, I feel like you'd want to be making like 120K after taxes. And the reason I say this, specifically though to live in the East Village, because like the average rent here, I think it's like $3,500 or something. Let's just say you want to live in a studio by yourself, right? The East Village, I find, is one of the best places. The Bowery area is nearby, West Village is nearby, Soho is also nearby, NoHo, Nolita, like everything I feel like is close to the East Village, and you're also close to Williamsburg and Brooklyn and Chinatown and Little Italy, and like I really enjoy it. And having explored a lot of other parts, even the Upper East Side is like not as much fun. And I thought it would be, just because like I'm a huge Gossip Girl fan and that's like what I grew up thinking of, like that was life on the Upper East Side, but like it's actually not. There's not that much to do, especially after hours. I feel a lot of times up there, like you won't see as many people, and you're living in a studio, right? That's what, $42,000 a year. With the cost of everything, let's say you eat out and it's like $60 US per meal. And I'm gonna say 60 because I noticed even when I got like 2 appetizers and 1 main dish, the cost of my food was coming out to like 50 to 60 US, because like even an appetizer was like $15 to $18, and then it's like tax and tip, and like I noticed that the prices were around that range, and I was just one person eating out. So let's just say you eat out like, let's say 4 times a week, approximately $60. I'm also accounting for the fact that like people go out after their meals for drinks. People also go out for dessert. Coffee and pastries can also get very expensive. A latte is like $8. But let's just say you get a latte every single day. I'm just gonna put $8 times 7 days a week. Let's say you got groceries. I'll just pretend and say you spend $200 a week on groceries. And let's just say you spend $100 a week on drinks, because like drinks can, even one drink, 1, 2, 3 drinks can really add up. Food and drink, rent, oh, Subway. You're gonna spend a lot of money on the Subway. Everywhere you go, you need to Subway. Sometimes you'll have to like switch trains, you have to switch buses, and like you have to end up paying twice if you get out of a Subway, walk to another nearby Subway, have to switch trains. If you continue to tap with the same card, after a certain number of times it will max out, so you won't pay more than $34 a week. So let's just say you do commute all the time and you do tap out at like $34 every week. That's about 11 trips. For $34 a week, that's like about 1.67 Subway rides a day, which is actually probably even less. Like if they didn't have this $34 rule, you'd probably, at least for me, like I would definitely be spending more than $34 a week on the Subway. Or even if I'm taking one Subway line to work, one Subway line back home from work, that's already 2 full trips in a day. But I'm gonna say the maximum of $34 a week times 52 weeks in a year. Alongside that, let's just say you're gonna be buying clothes, you're gonna be buying furniture, and there's thrift shops and there's flea markets and bazaars and really cool things that you'll end up finding over here. So let's just say that you like buy, I don't know, $10,000 worth of things, kitchen supplies in the year. That is about $81,768. Now I'm gonna go to a calculator and see how much money do I need to make before tax to live here and have that much after tax. To be able to take home about $6,800 in a month, you'd need to be making about $115,000 a year, which is not bad because like there are jobs that do pay very well here, and there are jobs that pay, you know, 80,000, 90,000, which I feel like they should definitely be paying you more than they would in other states for the same job. Like engineers that I know are earning like 80, 90,000 in Michigan. Why are they earning 80, 90,000 in New York? Also note, that is how much money you would need just to like maintain that kind of lifestyle, the kind of calculation that I did, but like after tax. And that is not to account for any savings at all. So if you did want to have any sort of savings, you'll probably want to be earning significantly more than 115K, and also probably sharing with roommates and things. That is my calculation, and you know, I was just interested to know how much it would actually cost. I love these. I found them at a thrift store here. Probably gonna look dumb putting these on right now. Like, there's a bookshelf right there. I cannot read anything on that bookshelf. I cannot tell you the title of any of those books. I can't even read the title of the book right here. But like I cannot see anything around me. So I have book club radio tomorrow. The theme is Year of the Yeti or Call of the Yeti or something. I don't have anything Yeti themed, but I have a black scarf and a puffy black jacket. And I also have like a forehead thing, like to cover my forehead, and I also have gloves. So I can just dress like I'm dressing for winter. Every time they have these book club radio parties, they will make a mood board on Pinterest. And so I was looking at the mood board and people were wearing balaclavas and sunglasses. So what I was saying, they actually tape the back of your phone so that you can't videotape with your phone, like you don't have your phone out. But you're allowed to bring other cameras, like people brought camcorders, and I actually had my big professional camera with me. This time I'll just have my tiny pocket camera. Like, you don't want to be lugging a giant camera on the dance floor. Like, I was not the hired photographer, but if you go back and watch the video on YouTube, you'll see me in the back trying to like take pictures with my camera. Like, it's so nice that the whole set is recorded. If you know what I'm talking about with book club radio, you know. It says the location is always secret until the day of, so I won't know until tomorrow where it's held. Planning on heading back out, but I think I'm just gonna stay in. Home is where the heart is. I got almond milk and I got the sweetener. Maybe I can make like a matcha or something. But it is like midnight. I don't know if I really need to be drinking matcha at this hour, but I really want to try my strawberry syrup. I just feel like as I've gotten older, I've started to prioritize comfort over FOMO. Because a lot of times I used to have like just this fear of missing out on things. And I remember I was in Iceland once, and me and my friends were staying a little bit out of the town, so we had to like drive into Reykjavik city. One night, I think it was a Saturday night or something, where it was super fun because everybody was out. But like every night after that, I tried to drag my friends down into the city, and one night they all came with me and it was dead. And they were like, why are we here? Like, it's literally dead. And after that, I finally had to be like, okay, let's go back home. They were like, we came out here all the way for nothing. Nobody wanted to party, but you were the one who wanted to drag us out here. And I was like, I'm sorry. We're in Iceland one time in our life. You know, we're not going to be this young again. Not even just Iceland, but like when I was in Puerto Rico, I did the same thing. But Puerto Rico was like always popping because the nightlife there is just, it's like a party city. It felt like I did that a lot in the last few years, especially with COVID. One time I wore heels that were so uncomfortable that they dug into the back of my feet and left a mark, and that mark is still there. Like, they permanently scarred the back of my feet. Don't do that anymore. Try to prioritize more comfortable clothing. I had so much FOMO all the time that I couldn't enjoy the present moment and what I was doing or the people I was with because I always wanted to be somewhere else. It is getting late, and I probably look really stupid with these sunglasses on in the middle of the apartment. Yeah, oh well. They're really close to the screen that I can see. Tomorrow's Saturday. We have a big day planned because the book club radio party is tomorrow. Princess Polly is opening up in Soho, and they're having a pop-up where there's like a 60-second dash where they'll open the doors for 60 seconds and you can grab whatever you want for free, which is crazy because I'd never ever heard of a place doing that before. And then I'm meeting like a family friend. We're going to that French luxury design store that opened up, the one that was closed when I went today. I still have the coffee beans from Libre Bakery that I never got a chance to grind. So if I bring those in the morning to the bakery, I mean, that bakery's line is always out the door. Sometimes I do get intimidated. I hate going into super crowded cafes and like trying to order because I feel like I'm bothering the people there. But like, of course the cafe is there because they need customers to order drinks and to order food. But sometimes I feel like I'm being a burden by placing my order with them and like annoying the barista. You know what? We're gonna try this. The smell, whoa. It smells amazing, a very rich chocolatey smell. Secondly, this is why it said on the ingredient label that it had puffed quinoa in it. It's not the chewy and dense bar that I thought it was, so I'm a bit disappointed. It was almost $6 US, so probably will not buy again. Also, everybody's been talking about this movie Honora, which I am watching right now. I really like the way that they do their cinematography. And if you look at this shot, right, this guy's running and the camera was actually shaking back and forth to show that he's running. Like the camera's going like this. So I think little things like that really make the movie feel more immersive. And you know what's so funny? What I just remembered is that Abby, the comedian that I went to go see, she talked about how people thought she was the creator of Emily in Paris. I think Emily in Paris, they got nominated for 2 awards. She tweeted out, just as a joke, she said, as the creator of Emily in Paris, I'm genuinely like confused. Why did our show get nominated? Because it was genuinely like dumb. And then she tweeted out something else about how apparently it was supposed to be a show about an Indian girl, but the executives like spit in her face. And then when she pitched the idea again with like a white female lead, it got accepted. She just like completely made these things up, and then news outlets started reporting it. Like articles started coming out about how the creator of Emily in Paris didn't think that they like deserved a Golden Globe or Emmy or whatever. The BBC reached out to her because they wanted to interview her before the awards shows about her take on things, and it was like, do these people not fact check anything? And eventually she got in touch with the actual like producers, and they thought it was hilarious. She was like, the only person who didn't find it funny was the person who she was impersonating. So told a story about one time after one of her shows, this guy had approached her and he told her that he was good friends with, I forget the name of her character in the show, but the character is played by Ashley Park. He said that he went to school or something with Ashley Park and like he was a really good friend of hers. After Abby had like tweeted that Ashley had called him crying, and she was like, our show is so stupid. A 22-year-old comedian could literally fake that she wrote the show and get away with it too. First of all, what a small world. And personally, I loved Emily in Paris, but I know there are like a lot of haters. I thought it was really just like a fun show that you can watch and get lost in their world.